Hi YouTube, this is Denise from Caesar, and these are my hands, and oh my god, are they tired? Oh my god, I can't even begin to tell you. But it's good. It's a good thing. Lots of work, lots of fun. But you know what? Despite all the hours I've done the last couple of days, which is over the top, I really want to put some time into this piece because I really want you guys to see where we can take it to the next level because how cool is that? Yeah. So, all right. So what I'm going to do here is take an arm out over in this direction and I'm going to look away from the camera so I can see what I'm doing and turn you off. I'll see you un momentito. Hi guys, welcome back. Now it's just my hands, right? Just my hands. Fingers, 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 fingers. No toes, no toes, no toes, no toes. So, before I get the music on and get everything going, I want to recap really quickly about what we did in the last two. We created a glue tree, right? We did that on the silicone mat. And then whatever your preference for what you were doing, you created a background, and that's awesome. So what I'm going to do now, if you're following along, and you probably not, but what we're going to do is glue the tree back down here. But then before we do that, I want to do, because you can do this too on your landscape. I'm gonna paint a little bit. We're gonna go into here. I have two brushes with me. I have a flatsy and a pointy. And I'm probably just going to use Mr. Pointy, but I could use Mr. Flatsy. Who knows? I have my glue gun on and ready to go. I also have some Gorilla Glue. And why do I have Gorilla Glue? Because whatever it is you want to do. Um, I want to add some I want to add some of this moss to the bottom. I want to around the tree and stuff. And that's just my preference because I'm going to be epoxy resin. We are going to be putting epoxy resin over this thing once we get it on the. I'm reaching, reaching, reaching. Oh my god. There we go. It's going to go on here. It's going to go on this huge board that's ready. And the coolest thing is you don't have to attach any stuff. I mean, if you've got nails in the walls, this thing will hook right up there. It'll be awesome, ready to go. And we're also gonna, I'm gonna show you how I finish the sides and stuff. But that's for another video. Tonight is just, probably putting the tree down or embellishing on what we have going, putting the tree down, and then gluing in some moss. Moss, because moss is fun. Fun. It's fun. It's fun. Moss is fun. Fun. It's fun. It's fun. I'll see you a momentito. Coolest thing is, guys, welcome back. I've been studying the violin, so I'm really in love with all this music. I'm so in love with all this music. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so let's start. And you know, I love the hills here and the bushes. They look beautiful. Everything looks great, but I want a little more surrealism. So I'm going to take, if you remember what I told you guys last time, don't throw any of this out. It's going to come back to you, okay? So I'm going to put some blender solution in there, mix that around, and I'm going to just go in here. Now it's picking up colors from behind it, which is awesome. It's also making some really magical effects for you. You can the most awesome thing about alcohol is you can always go back into your piece at any one time, and then with some blender solution and some color, you can recreate whatever it is that your mind wants to have going on. And my mind's a really bit weird, but that's okay. So I'm using a fine brush, and if I remember correctly, the colors that we have in here are forest green, lime green, and tangerine. That's right. And I'm using a very fine pen or eh, um brush, very fine brush. Now our tree's gonna go like right in here. So I don't know if I told you guys, but I am I am a violin study at this point. I bought a violin and I'm gonna teach myself how to play. It's been one of those compelling things, you know, like art. Art has been very compelling, but so has playing the violin. So if you're gonna do it till you're satisfied. Whatever it is, do it. Oh, I love that. That's perfect. Alright, so I'm gonna park these guys over here. And my glue gun is hot and ready to go. And so let's get our tree. Mr. Tree, you're so beautiful. And I'm going to apply glue to the back and around the most important aspects that could maybe, you know. And keep in mind, I do epoxy resin my pieces. So I'm not too crazy about the little pieces at the end. I'm gonna do a tip or two, but I just for me it's I'm gonna get this thing down. Eh, here, there we go. Oh, it makes you run a race, doesn't it? I love classical music. I was raised on it, along with Cat Stevens, Bob Dylan, um, all the classics. My mother was very uh, eclectic, I guess is the word. Eh. So there are some guys here that are not glued, but I'm not going to worry about them because I'm going to put the epoxy resin in, and they're going to kind of, if they float, and then they become even more of a dimensional tree, if that makes any sense. I hope that makes sense. I'm going to unplug this little puppy. She's a good girl. She does good work. Okay. Put her over. Oh, oh. Get off. Ow. Ow. What are you doing? Okay. Alright, so I love this. I love it to death, and I love the stuff. Now, we've got some really cool background shit. Oh, sorry, not a kid-friendly show, but that's okay. I already made that known. So we created some stuff just using blender solution and some dried up alcohol ink, and we went in and created a cool background. But this could be done. This could be done for you. It could be done for anybody. If you want to be done, be done. But I can't be done yet. I would like to add some greenery. Yeah, greenery. That's right. Let's move that over there. And I'm also not done with this either. I want to, I don't know, maybe some red in there, some flowers. Oh, that should be, wait. I always do too much in the green department. But what I want to do is put in the greens. I'm going to use, and the reason why I'm using this Gorilla Glue is it just like, the Gorilla Glue clips, it's just clear and fast. It's not. Faster than a glue gun, yes. And I had another tube of this somewhere, and I lent it to my husband, and by gosh, he did something with it. So I figured that's the last time hubby asked me to borrow some of my stuff. Of course, I'm going to lend it to him again, but by the end of the day, I'm going to go, hey, where's my tube of Gorilla Glue? Come on, man. That stuff's not cheap. Alright, so, what I think I want to do is, I see a spot here, so I'm gonna put some of this down there. That's funny. I didn't have to pierce it or anything. This is weird. Oh my god, that's so weird. I'm just gonna pop that in there. If you're using this kind of glue, guys, wear some ventilation because I'm getting the fumes right now, and they might as well call this model glue, because when I was growing up in the 60s, we used to build models, and oh my god, I don't really see a difference in the smell. So there was this lady on the bus on 3rd Avenue. You could always see her on that freaking bus, and she was always dressed in black. And we called her the glue lady because she always had this this tube of glue in her hand, and this, like, I don't know, she just had this glue thing up to her mouth, but she was very Italian. She wore a black veil. She was like all, dressed in black, and she was just doing the glue, man, like doing the glue. She was like, I'm in the glue. Okay, there you are. And we would always get on the bus. It was always about the same time every day. And there she was, man. Then there she was, just sniffing glue, and oh my god, I can't imagine. I mean, I'm only guessing because I was young. I thought she was an old lady, but she was probably just somebody in her 20s or 30s. And she lived on that frickin' bus. Every time I went to school, back in the 60s, our parents would send us to school if our school was on 103rd Street, which mine was. We would be off on our own at 7 and 8 years old, on our way to school. We would have to take a couple of uptown buses and then a crosstown train, and then by the time we got there, We were exhausted, but we made it. Well, I did anyway. Best part was the downhill run because then there would be this pork chitlin shop, man. They had the best fried pork in the world. And I would take my allowance or whatever money I could scarf from my parents without their knowing. I don't even want to call it stealing because I feel really bad about that, but um I would buy a bag of fried pork rinds and walk downhill to my school because that was on 103rd and I lived on 100 or I lived on 27th Street, so that was quite a hike for a kid anyway to begin with. All right, so if you do this, then you take a rag and press down. Press it really good. Some pieces might come up, but that's okay. You just want to press it down really good. Oh, that's so beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? Come on. It's so el natural. No. All right, guys. So that's all we're going to do for this piece today. We got the tree glued down, and we added, some... Oh my gosh, there's my paper towel roll. We added some forest in there. How cool is that? That is very cool. I think tomorrow, what we're gonna do is add a little red down there. We're gonna make some little red flowers in here. Oh, we could do that right now. Let's just do that right now. What's this video at? 13 minutes? Let's kick it. Kick it. All right. Actually, I want orange flowers. So, this is almost dry. So I'm just gonna add a boatload of tangerine. And we're just gonna dot. That's alright, we're gonna dot, 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 dot. Why dot, 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 you say? Because dot, dot, dot make flowers all by itself. Trust me, once you do this, you'll be so happy you did. Now the little detail stuff like this, guys, I could go on and do this for days in multiple colors, in multiple ways. But I just want to give you an opportunity to see the possibilities that you have here, right? Oh yeah, the tree can benefit too. For shizzle. Yeah, that's not doing much. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Let me show you what we did. I don't know if you can see it, but look at that! How cool is that? Yes, yes, yes. We got this like funky little thing going on down in the forest floor. Now we could put red in there too, but I'm really liking all the orange and stuff, and so we're gonna call this a night on this one. And the next time we get together, we're going to uh, attach this to the box. But first, we're gonna actually know the next time we get together. The next time we get together, we're going to decorate the box, the sides and stuff, and then we're gonna glue this down, and we're gonna epoxy, and it's gonna be gorgeous. Ah, I love you. Thank you so much for my new subscribers. I gained one, but my following didn't change. And you know what, guys? I don't care about my total amount of following. I just love every time somebody um joins my channel. I think that's cool because I'm having so much fun, and I love sharing the fun. And this is what art is all about, right? Art for art's sake. I love you guys. In the words of my grandmère, Ciao bella.